We'd like to thank everybody for joining us live. For those watching the replay, welcome. My name is Coach Sonic Jones, and I am here to announce somebody that's very, very special. This is our leadership and sometimes product training call. Today, I have a feeling we're going to drop some very, very good information. So you guys stay tuned. But the gentleman that's about to bring it to you is no stranger to the game. Has actually been in this industry for well over a decade. $1 million earner, not just in this company, ladies and gentlemen, but others as well. That means he knows how to make the money, but more importantly, he knows how to teach you how to make the money. And that's why we're here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have this gentleman who absolutely loves to have fun. He is an axe throwing expert. He excels at, it seems like, everything he does. He is a former politician, former law officer, and published author, and he's on the cover of the new magazine, ladies and gentlemen, that just came out. You can see that is Home Business Advertiser magazine as well. And we're just excited to have him here. Heart for the people, Mr. Will Zanders, are you willing and ready to lead this call, sir?
Man, ready, able, and willing, man, and the check is in the mail. I appreciate that kind introduction, brother. I wouldn't have it any other way, man. I just want to thank you publicly and personally for everything that you do, not just for your team, but for the company and over the years of your career as an ambassador for the industry and even as a professor at the college as well. That you're impacting the minds of not just your family, but the children and other people's families as well, man. So I appreciate you so much, and can't wait to see you again in Vegas, brother. Cannot wait. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, let's dive in to the information. My goal for this particular call is to get you the bare minimum of information you need in a systematic manner to get to $10,000 a month very, very quickly with this company. It's the same system, same format, same raw information that I have used to become a top 1% earner at every company I've ever been involved with in network marketing. And it's because I learned it from someone who was making over $100,000 a month. And she learned it from someone, that gentleman she learned it from was making over $100,000 a month. And I said, I just have to figure that one thing out. And it's going to be applicable to obviously Go Designer, obviously HBN, but most companies. If by chance your journey takes you away from the Green Organics family of companies, we wish you the best. But hopefully, when you go somewhere else, you can take the information that we gave you and turn it into success, and you won't be one of these 70 percenters that die broke. And we see it all the time. The industry makes it very sad. But you have to focus on what you're doing. So let's talk about some foundational principles before we get into the nuts and bolts, the specific how to get to the $10,000 a month. Bare minimum, by the way. We make a lot more than that. We got people on the call who make two, three, four, five times more than that in a single month. And we're going to give you those tools tonight. I'm just so excited about it. I hope you can hear the energy in my voice. That being said, the first principle we're going to talk about is one that Coach Stu Large brought up at our Dallas boot camp. And I hope that you were there. That particular statement is high energy equals high income. Okay, put in the chat high energy equals high income. Just put that in the atmosphere. Just type that out for me. Just make sure that you're resonating with that statement high energy equals high income. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not bringing energy to what you're doing, if you're very lethargic in what you're doing, you don't have a lot of passion, you don't have a lot of belief in what you're doing, you're not going to make any money. And let's take it to a spiritual level. I want you to look deeper at the word high energy and understand that quite literally it equals high income. You got to know that for those of us who are lucky enough to hang out with Coach Stu Large in person, you know that as a Hollywood actor who has residences in New York, residences in LA, and is dealing with other multi-million dollar actors and producers on a regular basis, he comes across a lot of information. Okay. When you hear the word high energy, I want you to understand that energy, okay, is measured in terms of current. Okay. AC and DC are alternating current, direct current. Energy is measured in terms of current. But I want you to also understand that income is measured in terms of current. They call it currency. When we travel internationally, and Derek and I and Lynette we're in the beautiful, beautiful island of Trinidad, working with Samantha and Eve and the family over there. There's a big booth. When you get off the plane and you go through customs, there's a big booth and it says currency exchange. Right. That's why I met one of those future millionaires, young Vic Sankaran out there in Trinidad. And we saw it says currency exchange. It's an exchange of income, of money, but the word currency comes from the word current, which comes from the word current. Energy and money are the same. When you go to a job, which is great, I'm all about jobs. I'm not down on jobs. I'm just really up on opportunity. Okay. When you go to a job, you're trading your energy for an hour, and they're going to give you currency for the energy exchange. So when Coach Stu says high energy equals high income, he's not kidding. Okay, so just understand when you bring the right amount of energy to the go to sign a party, when you bring the right energy to your network marketing business, when you bring that amount of fervor and enthusiasm to the business, the income is going to rise commensurate with your belief and your energy that you put out. I wish I could explain it any other way, but metaphysically speaking, spiritually speaking, current, as far as currency, the energy is the same as the money. And let me take it one step deeper, and then we'll move on. We could do this all night, but let me take it one step deeper for you right now, and then we'll really go deeper in Las Vegas for you. When you watch the news, for those just I don't really watch the news, but if I were to keep up with current events, do you see that word show up again? Current. Okay. Energy and electricity is measured in terms of current, which comes with currency. Money is measured in terms of currency. And then you see time. The word time literally comes from current events. So you see that word again. So the energy you bring to the table, the time you spend at your job or working on your business, the money is going to be equal to that. Will, how come you make X amount of dollars? Because I put more energy and more time into this business than anybody else on this call, just about. If you put the time and energy in your business that you put into your favorite professional sports team, your check would look a lot more like their check. And here's the fun part: you can go see them in person on the front row. Front row. I don't know if y'all ever been to an NFL game on the front row. MJ and Yusef and I'm gonna tell you, if I take anybody to sporting events, if we're not on the front row, I'm not going. I'll look for the tickets, front row. I'll take it. Playoff game series, NBA, but were there last year and the year before and the year before that. If it's not front row, I'm not going. And I want you to have the same, because put it this way, if you don't have to have my same beliefs, just hear me out. But if you really believe, like my grandmother said, that you're a child of the king, why would you settle for anything less? If you really believe all the stuff you talk about your level of spirituality and the religion of your choice, obviously. I have learned so much as a result of being in this business about spiritual principles. I've become a better Christian as a result of being in this business. I have learned so much from my Hindu brothers and sisters that are on our team. I've learned so much. I've learned so much from my Muslim brothers and sisters that are on our team. I've learned so much even from my atheist brothers and sisters that just aren't, they have a different belief structure than we do. Okay, it's no judgment. I'm learning. And regardless of what spiritual background you want to come from, this Christianity ones I identify with, I truly believe I'm a child of the king in that way. And you should never settle for less than what you feel you truly deserve on a vibrational and energetic level. But that's a worthiness thing that we started to help you work out in Dallas. And hopefully we'll be able to complete that process in Las Vegas. But let's keep going. I don't want to talk too much about it. The energy equals the income, the time equals the income. The energy and the time that you put in your business by sheer Merriam-Webster definition of the word equal your income. If you can just get that, you'll understand the foundational principle of what we're talking about. And if that part sounds a little confusing for you, that's okay. This next part will help you a lot. All right, here's this next part. Oh, and Coach, I'm not sure who we got the whiteboard up. Pretty sure Coach Sonic didn't do that. We sometimes get the, I'm not sure what that is on the screen. Get that taken care of. Thank you, boss. And so what happens is now that we move on, I want you to number your paper now from 1 to 4 and understand these next principles to help you make what I just said make even more sense, because it might not all come out immediately, okay? It might not all click immediately. For some of you, it will. Number 1, write this down. Unconscious incompetence, okay? Number 2, directly underneath unconscious incompetence, write down conscious incompetence. Directly underneath that, on the number 3, write down conscious competence, put a star by that, and right underneath that, under step number 4, write down, right underneath that, unconscious competence. Okay, write that part down. Everybody got that part down? Get my screen back right. There we go. Okay, write down unconscious competence is the last level, level 4. Now, when you start hearing new terms and new phrases and new ways of doing things, it may or may not click that first time. This is why repetition is important. This is why what is repeated is remembered, and what is repeated is remembered, and what is remembered is repeated. Okay, and what is repeated and remembered is eventually understood. All right, so you have to make sure that you understand the levels that you hear. So the information you just heard about currency may sound a little weird. Okay, that's fine. You may be at the level of unconscious incompetence. You may not know what you don't know. It may sound strange. Like the first time I thought I figured out math as a kid, 2 + 2 = 4, and so on and so forth. Then I graduate, I go to another class, and on day 1, the teacher puts on the board, A + B, A + B = C. I was immediately confused because I had not seen ideas like that presented before. I was confused. So when you hear the stuff that we're going to talk about later on this call on how to make the money, it may be confusing at first. But hear me out. If you make sure you go over this recording often, okay? Research and use the tools and resources we give you. Watch the videos that we're going to recommend, okay? We're going to be posting more and more videos in the group, all right? You'll understand what is repeated is remembered. What is remembered is repeated. And what is repeated and remembered is eventually understood. And what is truly understood can be acted upon. Okay, so just understand that's the mentality of how confusing this stuff can be and how to make it unconfusing. So at the first level of unconscious incompetence, you may not really understand the network marketing opportunity and the tools we have here to help make you a 6-figure earner and then eventually a millionaire as you help other people. You may not understand those tools yet. But as you continue to saturate your mind with the information, even if you don't understand it, Bible says faith come by hearing. You just got to hear it over and over and over again. Eventually, it'll make 10% sense. Maybe a week or two later, it'll make 20 or 30% sense. And then maybe 6 months later, it'll make 90%. It'll just make sense. And like, oh, it's clicking. I get it. Because you stayed in the game mentally. You didn't quit. You didn't get distracted. You stayed focused on what we're teaching you to do and what we're coaching you to do, okay? So once you stay with it for a little while, you're going to graduate from the level of unconscious incompetence, which is, I don't know what I don't know, okay? You're going to graduate to the level of conscious incompetence very quickly, which is, man, I don't understand this stuff, but I know if I stick with it, I'm going to understand it one day. And when I understand it, I can act upon it intentionally, okay, and secure my family's financial fortune. Write that down. When you really understand something, because it's been repeated and remembered and remembered and repeated, okay, for a certain amount of time, eventually it's understood. And when something's truly understood, it can be acted upon, okay, independent of the source by which you learned it. When you really understand this stuff, you don't need me. When you really understand this stuff, you don't need Coach Sonic. When you understand this stuff, all you need is you. The word even says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It says a little bit later in the book of Matthew, it says, according to your faith shall it be done unto you. The word you is a big deal in any scriptural text. Okay? The Sanskrit scriptures, the Quran, the Torah, the Bible, you name it. You are a huge part in that. Okay, your role that you play in your life is so big. It's sad when I see people give away their power by playing the blame game and blaming the government, blaming their children's father or their children's mother or the system or the man or whatever. It's not to say there are not bodies of people out there that have done terrible things. We're not being ignorant or blind, but as far as your life, you have more power than any other outside thing. God says that. Okay, he just says it. Job even said in the book when he was going through a terrible part in his own life, Job didn't even blame the devil. Ain't that crazy? The devil literally is attacking Job, whooping his whole family. And Job said, the things I feared have come upon me. Job did not even blame the devil, and it was the devil putting Job through the ringer. You know how wild that is conceptually for Job to be at a spiritual level where he can communicate with God at that level. And Job says flat out, the things I feared have come upon me. He still kept the burden of responsibility on himself. And that's why he ended up, with double for his trouble and everything else. All right. So just understand that. Once you go from conscious incompetence to conscious incompetence, because you don't know what you know, if you stick around long enough, you're going to get to the level of conscious competence. This is a very frustrating place to be. This is where most network marketers quit or get frustrated, because this is where the rubber hits the road. This is where the learning and the doing have to come together. Okay. This is where you realize that 1 hour of learning equals one step with your left foot. And 1 hour of doing what you learned is one step with your right foot. You have too many network marketers either learning, taking 27 steps with their left foot until they stumble and fall because the right foot never moved. You got other network marketers, ignorance on fire, don't learn a thing, don't care about the products, the quality, the comp plan. They just want to do. They eventually fail, okay, because they don't work on themselves. They don't understand personal development. And they're just right foot network marketers doing a whole bunch of stuff without learning. And they're the most frustrated ones because they're taking action, but it's not working. Okay, because you have to take the learning and the doing. And when you bring them together, you have a unique network marketing experience. Okay. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, you graduate to the level of unconscious competence, which is when people are going to call you a natural. They're going to call you a natural. I know this to be so because a little over a year ago, I told y'all I was going to start practicing doing axe throwing. Okay. I told y'all that. Okay. I told you that. And I said, I don't know how to throw axes, but I'm going to start doing it. And I know that I'm going to apply these wisdom of the age of success principles. And when I first started going, okay, it was unconscious incompetence. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know how to fix it, but I had a coach there because you got to pay like 20 some bucks to go there, and somebody will come show you the basics. I was like, okay. And I said, I'm going to be committed, even though I'm not very good. I'm going to keep going, keep doing this. And they only had like a few books on axe throwing on Amazon. I bought those books and read them, and most of them weren't very good, but one of them was decent. And I reached out to the author of the book on Facebook just to get some pointers. He was very helpful because I'm a customer, so why wouldn't he reach out? And I got to the level of conscious incompetence. I understood what I didn't know, and I was at the level of conscious competence for the bulk of the year. 80% of the time, it was a frustrating, man. I remember my first match, got my butt whipped by like 20 points. It was bad. That's the equivalent of a brand new network marketer getting told no 5 times in a row and wanting to quit. And I was like, ugh, I just got embarrassed. I got embarrassed. People were like, man, this dude looked like he's supposed to be good. This boy garbage. Garbage. Okay? But you know what I said? I said, I know wisdom of the age of success principles. I know how to stay focused and not be a quitter. And I stayed at it. Okay? Even if it was 20 minutes a day, that's what I would give it. Even if I had to get some old plywood at the house, which I got some stuff set up, and just throw in the driveway. I had to do it. I watched all the YouTube videos. Okay? And what happened last month? I won my first league championship. Okay? First World Axe Throwing League championship. It's amazing. Okay? Right after that, I came in second place to another tournament and won cash money, which was amazing. I was like, wait a minute. We're getting paid to do this? This is amazing. Okay? So you can do that with anything. You can do that with knitting, but you can't quit. And it takes 12 to 18 months. The same thing it takes in network marketing. You can apply it to anything. I'm going to a tournament. I've competed against world champions. I lost to one of these guys who was the Pro-Am champion. I lost him by 1 point, 50-51. But guess what? He know my name now. Okay? And he's been doing this for 5-6 years. I'm still new, but I know these spiritual wisdom of the age of success principles. And you don't have to be in a network marketing 5 or 6 years to be great. You don't have to take the slow path like we did learning this stuff. You can use these spiritual wisdom of the age of success principles now, and you can have the results faster. Don't let our track record of the time it took us to be great network marketing slow you down. You may have a different set of gifts from God. You may have less baggage you got to deal with than we did. But the bottom line is you can be great. Okay. You just got to put the work in and you can have everything you want. And how come I recommend to start with network marketing to follow those 4 core steps of becoming a natural, becoming unconsciously competent? Why do I recommend network marketing? Because the money you make at network marketing in the terms of residual income, okay, can be used to give you the time freedom to pursue your passions. I told y'all about 6 months ago, I'm gonna probably start piano next. And 12 to 18 months from now, I'll have an album out. I'm just telling you, network marketing is such a blessing because it gives you the freedom that you really want, that the college degree promised you but couldn't deliver. When we were growing up, that's what our parents told us. Go to school, get the degree. They didn't tell us about the debt and then get a job. They didn't tell us the job wasn't paying no big money. They didn't tell us that the drug dealer on the corner from where we grew up was making more money than us. They didn't tell us that. Network marketing, and I can say this because I followed the college trap. I got 2 degrees. I don't use them. They're in the box somewhere collecting dust. I'm more proud of my network marketing trophies up there. I'm more proud of that. Okay. I'm not knocking college. College is a great experience for socialization and learning some friends and how to be away from home and all of that jazz. But for the money, if you're going to college to make a bunch of money, don't go for that reason because that ain't it. Unless you're going to Harvard or Yale or something like that. You'll be struggling to pay your phone bill just like the Starbucks barista who got a degree. Okay. Network marketing can give you the income that the college degree promised you but never delivered, y'all. Seriously. You can help a lot of people along the way. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Can somebody give me a time check? Give me a time check. We got a lot more information to cover. Okay. And give me a time check and Central Time. All right, perfect. Right on time. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's dive into, just want to give y'all some foundational building principles. And now we want to talk about some products. And I gave you some videos. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched the Align video, the Black Seed Oil video, and the video that Mandy did all the way from Canada. Which reminds me, we've got several international team members from Canada, from Trinidad, Tobago, from Barbados that may be coming to the Las Vegas event. I have a special announcement for our international team members. But don't let me forget. I want to mention that at the end of the call. But okay, so if you've seen those videos, you'll quickly understand why most of the people I enroll with GoDesigner sign up with those products. Okay, that's the ones they sign up with. And I was talking to a gentleman who's on our GoDesigner team. He just joined us. He's a multiple 6-figure earning network marketing. Great gentleman. Y'all will hear more about him soon in the future. But we were talking and he was like, man, all I had to do was share that video. When you sent me the video about the Black Seed on the Line, I realized I needed them both and I bought them both because I realized I needed them both. And that really stuck out to me. Okay. We have amazing products. And we'll just talk about the GoDesigner line right now. The HBN line with the ACVB, the alcohol, the apple cider vinegar berberine is tearing the charts up still, by the way. So we'll just talk about GoDesigner right now. And I said, man, he said, man, it shocked me at how easy it was to share those videos. And I immediately, when I saw the video and I said, I want to buy this, he says, I bet there are other people that if they saw the video would realize that they needed these 2 products. Okay. He said, Will, you got any other videos on the GoDesigner products? And I said, no, nothing that compelling, right? Now, the reason why I share those 2 products is not because they are really, really good, but all the products that GoDesigner are great. I share those videos because I don't have to do no explaining. I don't have to do no convincing. I don't have to have a degree or have an expert range of knowledge on essential oils or their constituent products or anything. I let the video do the talking. I let a tool talk. You want your business to grow faster? Let a tool talk. Okay. And after this recording, we'll post all those videos. Well, okay, Marvin's brand new. Okay, no worries. Marvin, who's your sponsor? You put your sponsor's name in the chat, and we'll make sure that we get those videos. The videos are available for free on YouTube. Okay. And so when you watch those videos, you go, oh, okay, this makes sense. I really need to buy these. And that's the way for you to journey. Oh, Miss Audrey, that's fantastic, man. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, we'll post the links to the videos in the chat here on the Zoom, but we'll also have them posted in the Facebook group after this. So make sure in the Green Organics Facebook group, you'll get access to all those videos tonight for sure. And the video that Mandy did was so amazing because it was a video similar that she did a live video in Dallas. But the one she did when she made it back to Canada was even more incredible because it was actually, it wasn't on the fly. You know, it was really set up for that. And you saw the undeniable quality of our Golden Standard product line, but you also saw it in comparison to other products. Well, Will, how come those other products had the same ingredients as the Golden Standard products, but they weren't on the register? They weren't emitting any energy at all during the demonstration. How? Well, because even if, like, put it this way, Circle K got gas, and they got the gas on the left half of the pump, and they got gas in the right half of the pump. Then you got Chevron, which is a different level. And so you're trying to compare the super duper unleaded, 97 gas to the 89 Circle K gas. It's not even a fair comparison. Okay. There's a different type of fuel that has to go into a F-14 fighter jet or SR-71 Black Hawk. Different type of fuel. It's a different quality of fuel. Is it still fuel? Yeah. Does fuel have to go into a Toyota Tercel? Yes. A Kia Optima need fuel too, but the fuel is way different. But it's all fuel. It's all fuel. That's like talking about water. You can drink water from the tap if you want, or you can drink water out the Berkey supercharged water filter, like Rick Burnett hit me to the game. You see what I'm saying? Water is, yes, it's all water. It's right. Yeah, it's all essential oils. That's all the same. Is it? Is it? So just because it's essential oils that falls under that category, don't get it confused. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. Just roger that. Let that resonate with you. And Mandy's video showed beyond a shadow of a doubt the purity, the potency, the vibration, the effect that these oils have. So when you watch the Align video, after you watch Mandy's demonstration video, and then you watch the Align video, you go, oh, this is why these oils do these amazing things. I saw Mandy do it, so I know it works outside of my body. I saw the video that Will posted from the doctors, so I know how it works inside my body. I need this product now, okay? And our black seed oil is no less potent. It just does different things, which is what the video explains. Our glorious skincare serum. Okay, let me show you something. If you've seen the Align video, which I know you have, if you use the Align essential oil, you'll notice. Can you see that bluish green tint? I don't know if it can see as good as I can. That is because our glorious skin anti-aging skincare serum. You can check my skin. You can see the skin on that handsome, rugged SOB in the mirror, right? But this the only stuff goes on my skin. Okay, and castor oil, which also comes from our company. Okay, when you got the blue tansy and the other ingredients activating the anti-aging benefits of Align, you're getting the same cellular anti-aging benefits in the Glorious Skincare Serum. Align works inside the body. Glorious works on the skin outside, on the body, as opposed to in the body. So when you understand the cellular ramifications of the ramifications of what these products do, how they do it, and you've seen proof, undeniable proof in the video, ain't no other company got that. They ain't got it. Okay, Will, why are you talking about products? I'll tell you in a second. I will tell you in a second, but keep listening, okay? We have another product. So here's the Align. This is what Align looks like. That's what Align looks like, okay? So we just talked about black seed oil. And again, we just talked about Glorious? We just talked about the Align. Y'all seen them videos, okay? Right now, the next we're going to talk about rosemary. And this is why, listen, I don't want to run off the deep end talking about Mandy's video, but hear me out. When you're talking about rosemary, you need to know inside that our essential oils are just way different and do different things. When you build your belief by watching Mandy's video, and then you see the video that we made on Align, that the doctors made on Align, okay? Your belief and understanding go up. And as you understand, you can act upon something, okay? Rosemary essential oil is very unique, okay? Very unique, all right? Our rosemary essential oil, anyway, is very unique. There are essential oils that exist that have properties that slow down aging inside the body. We know this, we've talked about it on a regular basis. We've done training calls where I've educated you using research done by Harvard medical doctors, okay, on essential oils, where we show how certain categories of essential oils, it's like 6 of them, can slow down aging inside your body. There's a separate categories of essential oils, it's another 5 or 6 of them, that do not slow down aging inside your body. They actually reverse aging inside your body. Okay? That's about 5 or 6 of those. Rosemary is unique insofar as it is the only oil that is in both categories. Applying rosemary essential oil with the carrier oil, you can use it like that. I inhale it, actually apply directly to my skin every day. But use the safety precautions. If you have really sensitive skin, you definitely need a carrier oil and use it the way it's said on the label. Rosemary essential oil is the only essential oil in existence that not only slows down the shrinkage of telomeres inside the body, effectively slowing down aging on a cellular molecular level. According to Harvard doctors, this is not the Will Zanders School of Medicine. There's no such thing. This is from books I've read and medical reports I've seen and researched and did trainings on them so you can access them. It not only slows down the aging, it also extends the length of the telomeres and DNA strands inside the body, effectively reversing aging and slowing aging down at the same time. It is fascinating. It's the #1 anti-aging essential oil in the world, and 9 out of 10 companies don't even have it. 99 out of 100 people have never heard of it in an essential oil form. Now, if you're talking about your body, you only get one of those. Are you going to trust your anti-aging, your time spent on this earth? Are you going to trust that to some inferior products that don't even register on the vibrational scale the way Mandy showed you? Or are you going to go with something that you know works, is money back guaranteed to work, and you've seen the quality on film? I wouldn't roll it. Put it this way. I'm closer to 50 than I am 40, but I feel like I'm 21 again, only with better judgment. Okay. And yes, Larissa just said rosemary is great for hair growth as well. It sure is. Why is rosemary great for hair growth? Because of the inherent anti-aging activities of rosemary. Your hair grows a lot faster when you're younger. And that is why rosemary is world renowned for hair growth. So now you know. Okay. Yeah. And my hair's braided right now. MJ braided up for me, but y'all can't see the bun on the back. My hair is down to here now. It's really fun to watch. And that's the 2-strand joint. But that comes from the black seed oil, the rosemary. It comes from our products. It comes from our products. Okay. Let me give you 3 more products, and then we're going to go into the nuts and bolts of how to make the money. I'm so excited. Okay. But the product part is very important for you to know. Here's Prosperity Essential Oil. Okay. This one's funny because this is the only product that molecular scientifically, I don't know how it works. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how it works. I just know it works. This was the first product It was actually used to be called Prosper. This is a slightly bigger formulation that Alexandria made back when HBN first started. Nova Coffee wasn't out then, and my first product 5 years ago with the Green Organics family of companies was Prosper Essential Oil. And yeah, to this day, I have no problem telling you, I don't know how it works and I don't care. Veronica Ortega told me, she said, Will, the number one product anybody needs to start off with is prosperity. It can and will change your life financially, guaranteed. And here's a tip. Let me give you a tip that Alexandria, that Veronica Ortega told me before she passed away. You should apply prosperity on the pulse points of the wrist, the soles of the feet. But Veronica said to really unlock it, you apply it about 2 inches below your navel. Take a couple of drops and apply it 2 inches below your navel. And that's what I've been doing for a very long time. This prosperity is amazing. It's the first product people recommend with because you can make money with this. It's amazing how it works. I have no idea. I just know it works. And then you can take the extra money you get, you can go get all the products that you want. Anyway, okay. Last but not least, the last two products I'll tell you, this is a relatively new addition. This is called the Prayer of St. Francis Essential Oil, which is amazing. The Prayer of St. Francis Essential Oil is one of my favorite essential oils that we have because it includes myrrh, frankincense, spikenard, sandalwood, and cedarwood. And those are the top 5 essential oils in the Bible. You got all, not all, but almost all of the Bible essential oils in one teeny tiny bottle. It's so potent. You don't need a big bottle. Just 1 or 2 drops of this will take your prayer time from here to here. Okay. I have to do a different call on how to use it for y'all. We don't have time tonight, but I highly recommend the Prayer of St. Francis essential oil. This is one of my favorites because it has those Bible essential oils blended perfectly the same way they would have been used thousands and thousands of years ago. The research and the formulation on that one. This essential oil here should cost hundreds of dollars a bottle just because of the quality and source in these oils, but it doesn't. It doesn't. And I highly recommend it. It's amazing. Okay, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, hair and body bars. That's soap. Yeah, that's soap. Okay, if you're confused about what product that you want to use and you don't really know what product you want to get started with, let's start with soap so you can actually just stay clean and don't be dirty while you're trying to figure out if you want to do this business or not. Let's just when you get soap from us, you're blessing your family with the gift of hygiene. Yeah, everyone has skin, and you won't smell like a box of busted garbage bags if you use our soap. If you want to just spend the rest of your life stinking, by all means, feel free. This is a free country, and you can smell how you want to smell. But we would rather you smell incredible. If we had a choice to be around you personally, we would rather you smell delightful and not ruin our day with your pungent aroma that singes the nostrils, like when you use regular soap. Another one of the reasons why I recommend our soap is because our soap will make you a millionaire. Dial don't do that. Okay, our soap will make you rich. Coast Guard don't do that. Okay, just shooting it straight. Okay. The last thing I'll mention is that a lot of the soaps there that are out there are made from animal fat. If you look on the back of your soap and it says sodium tallowate or anything like that, it's made from the fat of dead animals, and you wonder why you get sick. It's because nobody cared about the condition those animals were in when they killed them and used all their meat for food. And whatever's left over, trust me, those companies, they want to make as much money as possible. So they're going to take all the bone and gristle and fat, they're going to put in a big vat with all the disease and the flies and the fecal matter. They're going to bleach it, strain it. Okay, you're still getting all the disease, and then you're going to go ahead and put that soap all on your face and your body. That's disgusting. That's why a lot of your kids have rashes and you can't figure it out because you're washing them with this disgusting the fat of dead animals, which is just so sad. The other part of it is even the liquid soap. Well, I use a loofah with the liquid soap. Those chemicals on there are full of toxins. Okay, when you look on the back of those chemicals, just because they got a fancy chemical name, don't mean it's toxins. I'll just give you a quick tip. And can I get a time check, please, as well? I just want to give you a quick tip. Don't drink Celsius energy drinks. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, well, we might run along. We got it. Celsius energy drinks. I wish I had the exact name of the chemical, but it's on the back of the can. It's the actual ingredient in Celsius brand energy drinks. You shouldn't drink them at all, but there's an ingredient on there on the back of the can. And if you look it up and see what it is, it actually only comes from one place in the world. Okay. And where does that secret ingredient in Celsius energy drinks come from? I was in shock just looking stuff up, telling people why you should, look at our products, especially if you're using all these energy drinks. You definitely need our product to help balance your body out, whatever. And it only comes that ingredient Celsius only comes from one place in the world. It comes from sewage treatment facilities, and when a sewage treatment facility gets all of that sewer water or sludge and fat barg and sewage, human trash and fecal matter, they scrape all of the stuff off the top. It's disgusting. And they add cyanide to it, which is a poison, by the way. They create it into this chemical, and that chemical goes into Celsius energy drinks. So every time you or someone you know is drinking a Celsius energy drink, you're drinking a combination of sewage and poison, literal sewage. It's not even hiding it. Okay. But again, sometimes my people perish for lack of knowledge. All right. You perish for lack of knowledge. So you definitely want to switch to our soaps. Now, get a sheet of paper out, and I'm going to try my best to give you the step-by-step process to make your first $10,000 in network marketing before Las Vegas, okay? Before Vegas. This is the part of the call I've been waiting on. But I've had to really give you the foundational principles to understand why it's so important. So please write this down on a fresh sheet of paper. Let me follow along with you. Okay, fresh sheet of paper, all right? And in the upper right-hand corner, you're gonna number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that's what I want you to do. Now, a lot of y'all have seen this live. You've seen it live. But until you learn how to present this marketing plan in this way, you're not mastering the skill that it takes to make your $10,000 a month. All right, minimum, by the way. And I'm only going to be showing, we get paid 8 different ways. On this paper, we're only going through today one way we get paid, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to put next to the number 1 is going to be the words POP, POP. POP stands for product of the product. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think we posted those videos about our essential oils, about Align, about Black Seed Oil? Why do you think we just spent 30 minutes going through how important it is to use Glorious on your skin? Why do you think it's so important we have videos on Black Seed Oil for you to watch and learn and build your belief? Thank you, Matt. Get that man some money. Why do you think it's so important that we showed you and told you about the research? There it is, Tiara Moore. She got it. Tiara, post that again. That's the ingredient. Psycho. I knew it when I saw it. It's disgusting. They just gave it a fancy name to trick you into drinking sewage and poison. Okay, but network marketing is a scam. Sure it is, right? Yeah, rosemary. Why do you think we told you that? Why do you think we spent the time to go through that and put it on this video that Coach Sonic and Evco? And look, I'm gonna tell you this with this Zoom. This one will be available for free. This one will be available for free. The reason we charge for the recordings, and I don't get a dime from it, I don't want a dime from it, just so you know that. The reason why I asked Coach Sonic to please charge $40 per recording is so people would start to finally put the value on this information that we give. We would give the information for free. You won't respect it. You have no problem paying $40,000 for college that don't make you no money. We're teaching you how to make more than your professors make in a year. We're trying to teach you how to make that in a month, for some of you in a day. But this recording, this one will be free. This one, okay? Why do you think we told you about the prayer of St. Francis? Because we want you to share this video with people to help build their belief in your product line. But you got to believe in it first. And when they ask you what products you using, you better say those. You can't lie to people. They smell you coming a mile away. Okay. Align. Why do you think we just told you about soap and how bad the soap you're probably using is? Why do you think we told you about Prospero? To build your belief so that you can choose to become a product of the product. That is the first step in making your $10,000 a month in network marketing. Become a product of the product, period. You may not believe that you can do it yet. I've made double and triple that in a day. I'm telling you can do it with these companies. I'm telling you. You have to believe it. Okay? You got to believe it for you. So that's the first step. Now, I'm going to write this word next to it. 50. Okay? And that's going to stand for 50 BV. That's going to stand for the 50 BV designation. And you can buy one bottle of Glorious. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks, something like that. That will qualify you to enter into this pay plan at the levels I'm teaching you right now. I'm not talking about 10 BV right now, $10 gift card. I'm not talking about that. That's great. You're not going to make the big money with that. It's not designed to do that. You want $10,000 a month? You look, Glorious $69.95. Just buy that. You want to get in. You want to do the black seed oil? Do we have a 4 for the price of 3 black seed? What's the black seed oil sale we have running right now to get people started? How much is that one? The 50 BV black seed oil special. Is it 2 or 3 bottles? Yeah, 4 bottles of black seed oil. Okay, one for every member of your house. You should have it for $69.95. Okay, you add tax and shipping, $80 out the door. Buy 3, get 1 free. Okay. The rosemary, the Align, the rosemary, the prayer of St. Francis, the prosperity. I think all those are somewhere around the $20 to $30 range. You'll have to mix and match those and maybe get 2 or 3 of those. Or you can just buy 5 bars of soap. Okay, or get 5 bars of soap. Totally up to you. But this is what I'm telling you. You're going to have to be at the 50 BV level. And that should start for some of y'all. If you understand this information, you probably need to start tomorrow. I'm going to just tell you, you need to get up. You need to get up and get it done. Okay. I don't no, me and Lynn and other top earners, we're at 100 BV. We don't play. We don't play. But if you want to make your first $10,000 a month, 50 is going to be the bare minimum for you. And your belief in the products is going to help get you there. Okay. Hear me out. That's the first step. The next step, so ask yourself, I want you to answer yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Can I, if I really wanted to, afford $50? $50 worth of product. Now again, and I got good news for the 100 BV people too. Don't worry, because I'm one of y'all. Okay, my 50 BV people, y'all not in Go Desana yet. Y'all in Go, and that's a great place to go get started. Okay, you get 100 BV on auto ship, you in Go Desana for real. You with us. Well, we got to start the kids off somewhere. Okay, do I recommend 100? Yes, but the 50, that's the bare rock minimum. If you want to make $10,000 a month, I'm sorry, it ain't going no lower. Understand? So can you afford that? Put a 1 in the chat if you can afford, the 50 BV or the 100 BV. Put a 1 in the chat. Because if you can do it, there's at least 2 people in your life who can do it too. And I don't care if you got to go to the pawn shop and sell some of them video games you ain't played in 10 years. I don't care if you got to go to the consignment store and sell some of them winter outfits you can't fit no more. I don't care. I don't care because and why do I talk like this? Because I know it's good for you. I know it's good for your family. I'm not doing nothing to you. I'm doing something for you. You'll understand. You understand? Some of you could do DoorDash or Uber 1 day a month and make enough to cover your auto ship. Well, I don't want to drive. Good. Some of you could rent your car out on Turo. You can rent out your Kia Optima on Turo for 1 day a month and make the amount of money for your auto ship. You could. Some of you can actually go on to step 2. Step 2 is learn. Learn. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you right now. How many people knew how to use a cell phone before you ever got one? Or did you have to learn? How many people were born knowing how to tie their shoes? Nobody. You had to learn. Okay. How many people knew how to drive a car? Was anybody here born knowing how to drive a car? No. You had to learn. Okay. When you're in Trinidad, I'm going to politely recommend that you try bacon shark. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's incredibly delicious. Those young ladies who are cooking that meal in Trinidad, hear me out. They weren't born knowing how to make that. It might be in their blood, but they wasn't born knowing how to make it. You got to learn. You have to look. Samantha said it. We learned that. The goosebumps are so good. It's so good. Okay. You have to learn anything worthwhile. How many of y'all had to learn how to talk to your spouse? You have to learn anything that is worth doing. We wasn't born with none of this. Eve says she's still learning, and I love that. Okay? Kids got to learn how to talk, period. No one's born learning how to talk. Okay? You're not born knowing how to do this business, family. You have to learn. And learning can be as easy as reading a book or two or watching a couple of videos. Learning can be as easy as copy and paste sharing a video. Learning can be that simple, but you do have to learn. And here's the best part. We'll teach you. We'll teach you. Kim says she loved to learn. Me too, Kim. Me too. Do you know that is one of the characteristics of a top earner in network marketing? One of them is a strong desire to learn. Let's move on to number 3. This is the step where the rubber hits the road, ladies and gentlemen. +2. You have to use the skills you learned at step 2 to recruit the right 2 people into your business. Now, this may happen fast for you, or this may happen slow for you, but it will happen for you. One of the best things I ever did was learn how to do this business, okay? And then sponsor the right 2 people. All right? That's it. We'll call it duplication, because the next step is you have to teach those 2 people to do what you did. Now, here's the best part. With those 4 steps, only put a fire emoji in the chat if you think you can do those 4 things. Duplication. Put a fire in the chat. Now notice I didn't say if I think I can do it or I think you can do it. If you think you can complete those 4 steps, put a fire emoji in the chat. Because I can tell you, if you answer yes to those 4 questions and you're being honest with yourself, there is no way you're not at $10,000 a month by Vegas. And notice I didn't say $10,000. I said $10,000 a month. Listen, I'm just telling you, okay? It's not a lot of money in this industry. It's not a lot of money with this company. It may seem like a lot of money to you right now, but it will not. It will not, okay? I'm just telling you, I've been through it. I've been through the process step by step. Now, here's the thing. This month is the month of May. And this is fitting because we're coming into the United States of Gemini, okay? And Gemini is all about freedom. It's all about freedom. We don't like being cooped up. We don't like being told what to do. We like freedom. And just because the way that the world is wired right now, it does require money for freedom. My prayer Is it as a civilization? We will grow out of it one day, but we're not there yet. I know the banking system is a fraud. I know the stock market is rigged. I know the NBA is rigged. I know all these things. You're going to have to operate in the world, but not be of the world. You still have to pay your light bill, though. Okay? I'm just giving you the raw truth of what it is. All the stuff is rigged. Yes, it's all rigged. We know that. You still got to pay your phone bill, don't you? Still got to feed them kids, don't you? Them babies still got to eat. Okay. So having more money is good for you because of what you can do with it. Now, if you have a thing on the inside that you don't like, I don't know, that money, you feel evil to me, all of that, guess what? Send it to me. I will make sure your money finds a good home. If you don't like it, you can Zelle me direct. I have no problem with it. Okay. Now, if this is the month of May, this is when you join. Okay. Look, Larissa said it. Not all money is good money. That is determined on how the money was made. That is determined on the people operating. And if you know you're a good person, you're fine. Right. And that's why we talked about these products, because this is where our money comes from. Our money comes from providing valuable service to help people look better and feel better and get younger every single day. We can stand behind how we make our money 100%. You use this product, you get somebody to use this product, barring some type of freak accident, they're going to have more time on this planet with their babies and their grandbabies. Yeah. Yeah. You give somebody this product, they are going to look more beautiful and age gracefully, and their spouse is going to look at them the way they did when they first saw them. They'll get that spark in their eye. You understand? You got somebody using this product, they're going to avoid so many different diseases. I'm not making medical claims. Y'all can do the research for yourself, obviously. This is for informational purposes only. They'll spend a lot less time at the hospital and a lot more time with their family. Okay, we're doing something for people, not to people. A lot of companies can't say that. So in the month of May 2024, this is you. We're gonna put a little arrow there. And I know the call's running a little long, and that's okay. I want you to get this information. Put it one in the chat if we can run long on this call. Let me not assume that y'all want this information. Let me just make sure we get it. Okay. And all I'm gonna do, look what I did on the paper. I wrote down right there, May 2024, June and July. And then right there, I wrote the word you. You can write me in that. Okay. That's what I wrote. Okay. May, June, July. And that's you right there. And remember, we got these 4 questions on the corner. So remember those. We're coming back to that. All right. Now, in the month of May, you are going to be the person that is learning. You're going to be building your belief. You're not going to learn everything, but you're going to watch the videos about the products. You're going to watch this Zoom recording. Okay. I have another far shorter version of this video for you, so you can watch this over and over again to learn how to draw out the money. You're going to learn by watching this video and over again about the soap or about the products, the oils, so you can make strong recommendations for 50 BV and 100 BV orders for people. You're going to learn how to copy, paste, and send videos. That's the only thing I'm teaching for the rest of the month. Okay. Paper's coming up again in 1 second. Okay. Yep, sure did. I'm teaching it all year long, but I've never taught it on a video format that you can see and take home and use as a tool. So in May, you are learning. Okay. So in the month of May, you're learning. That's what you're doing. You're learning in the month of May. And then in the month of June, should you so choose, in the month of June, you're going to take what you learned and you're going to sponsor 2 people. Okay. And notice I started to number the months on that side. Y'all see that? June has a number 1, July number 2, August number 3. Make your paper look just like that. If you're watching the recording, you can pause it. You make it look just like that. You're going to sponsor your 2 people in the month of June. Let me ask you this. How many people who are on this call right now have already sponsored their 2 people that are at 50 BV apiece who are locked in and ready to do this thing? Can't be just me. Okay. Who has, and if your 2 people that you already sponsored are locked in at 50 BV minimum and they're ready to do this thing, are they on this Zoom? Because if they're not on this Zoom, they might not be the one. They need to be getting this information. They on the Zoom? Lynette said they on the Zoom. Missy got 1 on the Zoom. Okay. See, Tanya say need 2. Fair. Keep watching. We got you. China got 1 on the Zoom. Good. Good. You got 1 on the Zoom. That's good. 2 is better. You're going to watch the recording and then you can send it to them. Hey, you need to check this out. Okay. So in the month of June, you will have 2 people, okay, who join, and those 2 people are spending, we'll just lowball it, they're spending 50 BV a month. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if all of that, what I just said, makes sense. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat so we can move quicker. Now you'll notice that in the month of June, you have 2 brand new people who just joined you. What are they going to be doing in the month of June? They don't know anything yet. They just joined in June. What are they going to be doing in the month of June? Yes, they're going to be learning. Y'all see that? Someone joins, then they learn. You join, then you learn. You join, then you learn. You learn in June. And then in July, they're going to sponsor their first 2 people. And they may be like me. I had to sponsor 40 people to get my right to, and I don't care. That's what it took. And out of the 40 people I sponsored and I found the right 2, it ended up being 3 or 4, right? That were really good. But I got a bunch of more people that said no and didn't even respond to my video. They didn't even respond to my invitation. And I didn't care because all I needed was 2. Okay. So in July, when your 2 new people sponsor their 2 new people, how many brand new team members do you have joining your team in July? It's going to be 4. Okay. Now, in the month of July, you have 4 brand new team members. And these 4 brand new team members just joined in July. So, what are the 4 brand new team members going to be doing in July? What are they going to be doing? It's only 1 of 4 things they could be doing. They could be becoming a product of the product, which was already done. That's in May. They could be learning. Okay. They could be sponsoring their 2 people, or they could be teaching people. That's the only things they could be doing. That's the only 4 things on this list. They could only be doing 1 of the 4 things. If they join in July, the only things they could be doing is becoming a product of the product and learning. That's it. How come they didn't sponsor 2 people in July, Will? Because they didn't learn how to do it yet. We're going to assume they don't know what they're doing. Okay. And is it possible for someone to join and sponsor 2 people very quickly? Yes. 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 They can do that. Okay. Now, because they learned in July, they got familiar with these life-changing products in July. They got everybody in their family getting clean and scrubby fresh in July. Okay. Now they got that belief, they have the understanding, they watch the same videos you saw. Because in July, you were teaching, they were learning. Okay, the people who sponsor them. All right, so let's get very specific. Those people in July are going to sponsor 2 new people apiece in August. So in August, your team grew by 8 brand new members in August. Okay. So here's the thing. When you join, let's say you join in May, it's not too late for you. You're becoming a product of the product and you're learning. Okay. In the month of June, you use what you learned and you sponsored 2 new people in June. So 2 people joined your team in June. Okay. In the month of June, you are the one who is teaching them. You're teaching them. Well, Will, what am I teaching them? You're teaching them to do what you already did. What's that? You taught them how to get their product, set it up on auto ship. Okay. You sent them the same videos. You sent them this video, you sent the icebreakers video, you sent the link to the books, you send them Coach Marcus's training. Everything you watch and do, you send to them. And then they'll have the belief and the skills to do the bare minimum, which is sponsor the right 2 people. And then that next month, they're going to be teaching those people. So now, let me know if this makes sense. Does this part of the paper make sense? In June, 2 new people joined. In July, 4 new people joined. In August, 8 new people joined. In September, 16 new people joined. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can just understand what we've talked about for the last 15 minutes, if you can just master that and nothing else, nothing and no one could ever stop you from making $10,000 a month. They can't. Because all you got to do is show that plan. And 2 out of 10 people, it'll make sense. 2 out of 20, it'll make sense. And when it makes sense to them and they join and they get their 50 BV, they get their 100 BV, you don't have to go teach it no more. You teach them how to teach it, but they already in. And then they go do it. Okay? Now, some of you may just love teaching. But that's good because you'll be providing a lot of help for everybody. Okay? But let's keep going. Now we have come down and added October and November to the mix. Do you see how October has 32 people who joined and November has 64 new people who joined? Now, just to see if you really understand this, if you're watching on recording, play along. How many people of those 64 brand new people, how many of the new 64 people did you sponsor? I'll ask the question again because everybody's wrong. Of the new 64 people, how many people did you sponsor? Thank you. That would be 0. Now, out of the total number, you sponsored 2. You sponsored 2 out of the total number. You might have sponsored 8 and 6 of them quit. We don't even care. Because according to insurance company statistics, how many people are going to die broke, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not speaking evil on nobody. I'm just telling you, just like Jesus said, the poor will always be among you. And insurance company statistics have told us the same thing. How many people are going to die broke? 70%. So 7 out of 10 people should probably quit. They're going to die broke anyway. We just need 2. We don't even need 70%. I'm looking for like 20 to 30. Okay? Now, if you understand that in December, you will have 128 new people on your team, let's pop quiz it. What are those 128 new people going to do in the month of December? What they're going to do? What are the 128 people going to do in the month of December? Yeah, they're going to use their products and they're going to learn. Thank you. Who's going to teach them? Who's going to teach them? Who's going to be teaching these people? Who said the 64? The 64 is correct. Tanya said she's going to teach them. No, you won't. Not if you got no real duplication. You won't even know these people. Angie said they're sponsors. Yes. Now, you'll meet them at an event, Tanya. You'll see them at an event, and they will be teaching from the stage. We ain't teaching them the basics. The right 2 people are going to teach the right 2 people. Their sponsors are going to teach them. The 64 is going to teach them. Now, as we finish this out, we are going to stop at 12 full months. Okay? And let me see if I can possibly get a better range on that. Yeah, Kim, no, teach them how to fish, Kim. There we go. All right. Now, when you see this, you see the rest of the numbers I drew on there. Okay, I'll give you a minute to write those down. If you want to record it, you can pause this, but I'm gonna give you a minute to write those down and just tell you. I don't want anybody to ever draw this out fully and start off with all of the numbers there, because your prospect's going to look at the 4,096 people, and in their mind, they're going to say, ain't no way. You must start off with 2 and 4 and 8, because people can believe that. They can understand that. They can comprehend that. Okay? Y'all see it? All right. That is why we start off with the low numbers on purpose. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you got it all written down. Put a 2 in the chat if you need me to bring it back up. Okay, put a 2 in the chat if you need me to bring it back up. Now, once people see this, I need you to revisit with them. See, right now, I'm teaching you how to teach. Does it feel different? I'm not teaching you. I'm teaching you how to teach. This is where the duplication comes from. One more time. There you go. Okay. So when how do I know that? Because I've already made all of the mistakes. I've drawn it out before. Too much, too fast, and they can't read it. It's like a fire hose. It's too much water. Okay. All right. Now we are going to show you the way that the GoDasana pay plan pays out. Now put a 1 in the chat if you have a calculator handy, because some of you are on the phone watching this. Where my calculator people at? My 2 phone people, the Kevin Gates people with the 2 phones. Where y'all at? Okay. Now, this organization just had 4,000 brand new people join in May of 2025. So we're a year out. But Will, I thought you were gonna tell me how to make $10,000 a month this year. I am teaching you this year. Just play along. Play along. Okay. When those 4,096 people join, let me ask you, according to this example, bare minimum, how much are they spending a month on their products? Bare minimum. How much are they spending a month on the products? Thank you. 50 BV, which can be a $50 gift card. That costs exactly $50. Or they can get products that may cost $50 to $60 in tax and shipping. But they're spending 50 BV, and BV stands for business volume. Okay. Now, when we add all of these numbers up, the number that we're going to get is 8,190. So see in the middle of the page, right there, 8190. That is the number of people in your total organization. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. You have 8,190 people in your organization. And we've just established that these individuals are spending 50 BV a month, bare minimum. So now this should make sense to you. Now, my calculator people, I need you to multiply 8190 times 50. Cindy's on it, 4095. Thank you, Cindy, and thank you, Steve-O. 409,500. That is not your check, by the way. That is the monthly volume generated by your organization. Okay, what I'm doing now is teaching you what the GoDasana algorithm will do to cut your check. Once it determines the business volume in your organization, now it is going to cut you a check of 3% of that amount. So what is 409,500 times 0.03 or 3%? Okay, I think Coach Marcus just had it up. I know it's like 12,000 and something. What is it? 12,285? That feels about right. Thank you, Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your check that month. Okay? That's your check that month, 12 grand. Now, here's the crazy part. I didn't mention it. I mentioned it, but we're not going to go into depth. That's only one way you get paid. That $12,000 does not include your check match. That $12,000 does not include any recruiting contest you may be a part of if you want to go big. That $12,000 does not include your fast start commissions, which are still coming in years later. That $12.95 don't include your star bonus. In the back office, I think it's under SAT, share and tell. It don't include that bonus either. That is just the matrix, ladies and gentlemen. That don't include no pools. That don't include nothing. That don't include the SAP bonuses. Golly. That don't include the fast start, the check match. It doesn't include the unit level, the monthly pools. It includes nothing. Nothing. That is such a small amount. Now, for my people who are at 100 BV, my 100 BV people, how simple is this pay plan? All you got to do to calculate your check for 100 BV, and I'm only going to do this because I want you to understand how to do it, okay? 8,190 people on your team. For my 100 BV people, you simply multiply that times 100, okay? I just want you to go through this process of doing the math, okay? That is going to equal 819,000, okay? And I love that everybody's putting the answers in the chat because it lets me know that you know how to do these calculations now. And all you do, 819,000 is not your check. That is the sales volume generated your organization for just one part of our pay plan. You multiply that times 3% or 0.03, it's the same. And that check amount is probably going to be, what, 24,000 and change? Who just put that up there? It's like 24,000 and 24 something, 24 or 5, I don't know, 24,000 and change, okay, which is really, really good. So just understand, yeah, 24,570, look, I'll take that. And I can tell you that's great because, again, I've made more than that. You can do it. I've made more than that. You can do it. You can do it, okay? That's 24,000 a month for my 100 BV people. Now notice, we did not go past 12 months on this because we didn't want to go past 12 levels. Because in order for you to get paid past 12 levels, you have to sponsor more than 2 people, okay? So we're not even going to worry about that. Let's get you up to $12,000. Now, if you want to sponsor 2 people and go get 8 customers by sharing these videos, now you start going up in rank. If you want to hit the gold level, that's 25 total customers or distributors. You can have 2 distributors and 23 customers, and you can get that 13th level. And we'll talk about that in another call. But just the bare minimum, 2 people who aren't just customers, they're customers, yes, but they want to build. They want to sponsor 2 people, okay? Bare minimum. That's what's going to get you to the $12,000. Now, this chart I just showed you is numbered, okay, by 12 months. Now, how many people have made at least 10 grand with GoToSign or put in the chat? Or how many people have made at least 10 grand with just the Green Organics family of companies? Just put a 1 in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I'm asking y'all to put a 1 in the chat is let the people watching these recordings know that these checks cash is real. It's real. They just need to hear this from all these people in the chat. It ain't gonna be me. Okay? Can't be me. I mean, they don't know me, but y'all, they know y'all. All right. So that's my point, ladies and gentlemen. You got just a boatload of people, over 100 people from all countries all around the world that are telling you right now that these Green Organics companies pay. All right. Now, this is what I'll show you. We'll close with this. I know we ran a little bit long, and thank y'all for your patience. I appreciate it. I love you so much. I appreciate you. I want to make sure you get this information to a level where you can teach it, because when you can teach it, I don't care if 8 or 9 out of 10 people tell you no. We'll only look, 19 out of 20 people told me no. Good. You got one. Go talk to another 20 and let those other 19 bums tell you no. And then the two people who you decide to rock with, I'll see y'all in Vegas at the High Roller Suites. That's why I'll see you. Okay. Now, we're looking right here, and we started off in June and July. Start off in May. Let me explain to you that for the work that you actually have to do, there is no reason why this has to take 12 months. Somebody's wheels are going to spin. If you watch the videos, and we'll post this recording for you, and we'll post the other ones for you as well, for you to really get your belief built up and start sharing with people, okay? You'll understand that this 12-month chart can just as easily be 12 weeks. There is no reason why you couldn't go talk to two people tomorrow, which is Monday. And by Friday, you have your two best friends, or your spouse and your barber, or your mom and your child who's 30 years old and needs to make some money. You may very well have your two people locked in. And if they need to go to the pawn shop to go sell a toaster and a microwave to make 50 bucks, guess what? You take it. If they need to collect all that change in their house and take a big bucket of change and go to the Kroger and pour it in that machine that gives them a little check and they can cash it at the front of the Kroger, then you take them. Because you only got to do it twice. You only got to pour into the right people 2 times. That's it. And they learn by example. And if you go above and beyond for them, they'll go above and beyond for you. Now, some of you are going to say, I'm going to take the 50 BV level and I'm going to take my 12 months and I'm going to get this done. The reason why I want you to write this chart out, thank you, Rick. I appreciate you, brother. The reason why we want you to take this chart and draw it out for your organization, I want you to draw it out, but I want you to draw it out in a certain way where it looks like this. Let me show you. This is all I want to see. If I come to your house to do a meeting, I need to see 2 things. That's all I need to see. That's it. I need to see this. Okay? I need to see that on the wall at your house. That's your chart. Okay? And I need to see your top 20 reasons why list. I just started a new top 20 reasons why list yesterday, and I got my top 6. And now I'm trying to narrow it down to get down to my top 4. Okay? But that's 2 things I need to see at your house. If I ever come to your house, I need to just be able to easily see your top 4 reasons why somewhere on the wall, on the fridge, in the bathroom. But I need to see this somewhere. This is your growth chart. This is going to determine the health of your business. And if you already got your top 2 people, you should know them by name. You should be Facebook friends with them. You should have met them sometime, somewhere before. And if you ain't met them before, you better arrange some type of meeting to meet to see you in Vegas or some other type of thing. They need to be friends of yours. Now, getting these 2 people sponsored can happen any old kind of way. I can tell you one of my favorite people, I'm not sure if he's in the call or not, his name is Stephen Brown. And I love Stephen to death. I would have never known Stephen. Oh, Steve was here. What's up, bro? Tripping. I thought Steve, when I said Steve Brown, I got it. Yeah. MJ posted a reel last year, just a random reel about the business. Stephen was not a mutual fan of anybody she knew, or me. Nobody. Nobody knew Stephen Brown. Facebook, when you do a reel, will sometimes push the reel out to people way beyond your network. Stephen clicked on the reel. I like this information about this business. I want to join. It could happen that easy. Stephen came to Dallas. Steve was the one in Dallas with that bad Corvette. I don't know if y'all saw Stephen Corvette out front. Stephen was in Dallas. Stephen was in Orange Beach. Stephen's been at the 100 BV since day one. Stephen was at 12 o'clock. One Facebook reel changed multiple people's lives. But if you're not sharing the information that you learn, and part of what you learn sometimes is how to do a reel or a Facebook post. Now, me, I didn't sponsor my two from a reel. I sponsored my top two people from knowing them in person and taking them to lunch. Me and Kendrell go eat food. We go eat. Kendrell was in that. We hang out. We throw axes. Me and Rick Burnett have coffee. We just meet up and have coffee. We just talk. You can do it in person. Me and Coach Sonic Jones hang out. You can do it in person. You can do it online. It doesn't matter. You just want to shoot for your two people. And once you got them, you fill in these spots. Okay? You fill in those spots. And then you want to work with them. Like, all right, I got my two locked in. I'm focused on you now. I'm focused on helping you get your two. I used to spend 100% of my time or 80% of my time looking for my two and 20% of my time learning and doing admin stuff. Once I got my two, I flip it. I spend 80% of my time helping them get their two. Helping them get their two, because this next level needs to be their two people's names. You need to know their names. You might not know their birthday, but I know Coach Sonic Jones is a Libra. I know MJ is a Libra. I know Nakia is a Gemini. I know Wendy. That's my people. Wendy a Gemini. Like you may not know the specifics, but you're gonna know something about them. And that's nothing manipulative. I did not learn information about these individuals and these people who are now my friends. Like, ooh, I got to learn about them so I can. No, we just hang out. We really friends in real life. Like when Coach Sonic told me Christian, as his son was graduating, I got fired up. I was happy for that young king. You see? It's gotta resonate. You gotta understand it. Okay? I be giving T and them the blues about being a Steelers fan. So I'll be getting the blues. Coach Seymour be getting the blues. Jessica, Coach Marcus, I'll be giving them the blues. Melissa and Miss Joan, I'm giving them the blues. I'm giving all these Pittsburgh Steelers fans the blues. Why? Because they my friends and I have fun with my friends. Okay? But they give me the blues. They know my favorite sports team too. What's my favorite sports team? I don't even have to tell them. They know. Because they're friends. See, Chefs will know. We're friends. We're friends. That Coach Marcus say boo. You see? I know that Sean and Chris is Boston Celtics fan, New England Patriots fans for life. For life. It's not even a question. I know them in that way. They're good people. Like, we're friends. I didn't sponsor them. I didn't have to. But guess what? On my list, there's somewhere up in there. There's somebody's two. Look, Lynn and Rick know Alabama. We'll see y'all in Tuscaloosa. Roll Tide, we out here. You just got to understand that conceptually. That these two people, and it may be 4, 5, or 6. We focused on two. That's where your $10,000 a month is. It doesn't have to take 12 months. You need to know that it's easier to do in 12 weeks than it is 12 months. It's easier. The hardest working people do not make the most money in this world. That's the janitor at my high school. He worked very, very hard. The principal at my high school did not work hard and always came into work late. The principal made more than the janitor because the principal, she worked smarter, not harder. If you decide to keep it simple, work smarter, focus on these 4 steps to the point where it produces this result, This is all you want to focus on. Do not get distracted. If you just focus on doing that every week, and once you do it, you teach that every single week, everything else we teach you is ancillary. But you stick to the core of those four things. I can't make guarantees for you, nor would I want to. Okay. I can just tell you based on my personal experience, the projections, the comp plan, market conditions, and your effort, there's no reason why you wouldn't be at over $12,285 a month with GoDasana. There's no way. There's no way. And let's close with this. Two caveats. I know we ran long tonight, and I'm sorry, y'all, but this is information some of y'all needed bad. You needed this bad. Okay. Some people are going to sponsor one person, but other people will sponsor 50. The numbers play out because that GoDasana, we're just talking about the GoDasana pay plan right now, not the HBN or anybody else. The GoDasana pay plan is a waterfall matrix, okay? It's going to put people in the highest available position. You don't have to worry about it. You just put them in a system and it will fill them in on the level they need to go where there's a gap. 2, 4, 7, 16, 7. It's going to take the next person you sponsor and put them to make it 8. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. The computer will fill it all in. Okay, so don't worry about the exact precision. The computer will take care of that for you. Okay, that's what we got. Anybody have any questions about anything we covered tonight before we wrap this up? And I'm going to make a very special announcement for our international team. So proud of them. We're learning so much. Okay, we have no questions. We're good. All right, good. Ladies and gentlemen, share this recording and make sure that you're in our Facebook group, because the videos that we referenced in this video will be posted there for you. When you sponsor someone, that is not where the work stops, ladies and gentlemen. That is where the work begins. Larissa says, well, if they're just a shopper, then they're not one of your two. They're a customer. We love them. We appreciate them. We provide valuable customer service to our customers and make sure they know how to get their products. But we do not spend a lot of time, any time at all, training them, coaching them, teaching. We don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. If you happen to be doing something that you think may benefit them, on like, hey, we got this product, send them a video. Okay, send them a video on one of the products. Ooh, I thought you might like this too. Send them a video, and then see if they order another month. And if they do, I would say, ooh, we just got this new product and you might like this video. And then send them a video about the business opportunity on accident. They'll watch it just because they're curious. And then light bulb moment might go off. I've done that before. I'm not proud of it. Hey, man, I said I did that last week. I told the guy, I really wanted him to watch the video. And I said, hey, man, just wanted to make sure I sent this video to you. Didn't want to forget about you. I texted him that, and I didn't send it. I didn't send anything. I just said, hey, man, want to make sure I sent this video to you. Didn't want to forget about you. I did that. And that was it. He responded 2 minutes later. Bro, I never got it. Because curiosity and fear of loss is one of the biggest motivators to human beings. So when you send that and you don't send no video, they will ask you for the video. If you send it with the video, it's a crapshoot. It's hilarious. But when you get to the level of unconscious incompetence, you used to be getting these weird downloads and ideas about how to do business in a better way, faster. Just have fun with it. He may become one of my two. He may not. I don't even care. It's the principle. Las Vegas is Scorpio season. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The least represented sign out the bunch. Okay. And Liz said, what can I do? I said, yeah, I just texted him. Yeah, message me on Facebook, Liz. Now I'll send you the exact quote that I did, because I just texted him. I said, it was something to the effect of, hey man, wanted to send you this video. Make sure you got it. I didn't want to forget about you. But I never sent the video. And the curiosity he had motivated him to ask me for the video. It's hilarious, but it works. Okay. All right, so that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. We can go ahead and cut the recording, Coach Sonic, and I'll make a quick announcement for our international team. Share this recording, ladies and gentlemen. Share it.